Good evening, everybody. It's Jamie here, in case you didn't realise, tells you up there. And welcome to our Monday Night Live, where you and I chew the cruise and travel fat for at least an hour, sometimes an hour and a half nearly. It's crazy. It's your fault. You all chat away, don't you? You can talk for the world, my loves, not me. I'm not banning myself from saying any words tonight, you'll be pleased to know. I've got my shot here, and I'm just going to enjoy my little Belvedere vodka before we start, if that's all right. And can I just say, yes, your countdown was way too slow. I've noticed I get accused of starting late every week. What? It's not me who's late, it's your countdown. They go from 10, 9, 15, 18, 3, 12. I can't work them out. Not bad job today though, I must say. So anyway, a little cheeky Belvedere to warm the cockles of your cockles and your heart if you've got one. I'm not sure I actually filled that to the top. Mind you, this is quite a big shot glass, I've got to say. Cheers to you all. Thank you for joining me. This is what I call a slow sort of introductory sort of section of the evening. Cheers. Now, every time I do this, I think I pull a face, don't I? I'm not going to pull faces tonight. You watch. I'm going to be strong. You're not going to notice. Ready? I nearly made it. The thing is, if I don't exhale and go, then my eyes start watering. I've now noticed. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing my I don't know what to call this. I've wore it once before, like when I started doing these lives, and some of you actually photoshopped me. Which is where on someone's telly came from. Some of you photoshopped me, and you actually, I don't know how you do it. You're so clever with IT. You started colouring in everything, which I thought was awesome. So I thought I'd give it a go tonight. I've got a very good on someone's telly somewhere with a cartoon kind of theme. So I hope you do enjoy that later. But listen, as I always say, we're going to spend at least an hour together talking about cruise and travel related stuff. With a little bit, teeny weeny bit of cheekiness thrown in, of course. Most of that is from you. We all know that. And tonight I'll be talking about my first trip of 2025. You lot are terrible. I've had literally hundreds of messages over the last few weeks saying, you haven't released anything for 2025. When are you going to tell us? I mean, I hadn't booked anything up until a couple of days ago, to be honest with you. I've been researching my arse off. I really have. And I finally got one, which I will reveal to you this evening. And if you're a Patreon, don't give anything away, please. Remember to act surprised, okay? Kind of level of surprise would be awesome. How do you do that in the chat? I wonder. I'll see how you get on. So I'll be revealing that. And of course, we've got our usual items. I know him so well. And on someone's telly somewhere, I'll be taking all of your questions and shout outs. And I mean all. Last week, I got through every single one of them, even the ones that made me roll my eyes a little bit. As somebody messaged later to say, sometimes, Jamie, you're quite sassy, they said. And I think probably true. I'm not very good at hiding things, am I? And that's what my colleagues say at school and my students. Mr. Robbins, you're not very good at hiding your actual true feelings. So, I mean, what you see is what you get with me, I'm afraid. So I'll try not to be too sassy. I absolutely will try my best. But I'm going to get through all your questions and shout outs. I really am. I feel it in my cartoon bones today. I really can. We're going to start with our check-in, as we always do. I can see questions they're asking me how I am. Thank you. I'll come to that in a minute. But first, it's about you. That's right. So in the chat, post a 0 if you need an immediate check-in. And you know, folks, you need to check in with people. I can see some of you already did that earlier. That was so sweet of you. You're so lovely. I always say what a lovely community you're building. And anywhere up to a 10. What am I going to do about 10? I normally have lyrics, don't I? 10 being an island in the stream, because that is what you are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me 10 being at the top. Oh my goodness. And also today was the final GCSE Spanish exam. It was the writing exam. Happens to be on my day off. So I was obviously thinking about all the students taking their Spanish exam. And if any parents are around, I hope it went well. I really do hope it went well, because the reading and listening apparently were really hard. And last year's was really hard. So, it's just as well I'm bowing out, really, isn't it? It really is. Now I can see a good range of números, lots of higher numbers today, a couple lower ones. So please do make sure you check in with each other. But I think you're all like kind of, I don't know, kind of funky groovy tonight. Look at that, look. So cheesy. Jamie for the 10. Cheesy? Me? I'm not cheesy. So I would say I'm a 7 today. I'm very consistently a 7 on a Monday, aren't I? Usual business of having 2 jobs at the moment, although only 20 school working days left until I hang up my teaching shoes. 4 more parents' evenings left. Although, can you believe this? Can you believe this? Please have mercy on me. On the 20th of June, it just happens to be my birthday. 42. No, really. And it just so happens that there's a parents' evening, one of the late ones, on my freaking birthday. Oh, that's just not right. So I might have a little. Oh, look, I've got a little bit of dribble of vodka left. I might actually have a little because we do it on over Teams kind of jobby with parents now, so I might have a little cheeky drink. Do you think anyone will care? Anyone will notice? Probably not very appropriate, really, is it? But on my birthday of all days, oh God, it's like I'm being punished. What else is going on? Oh, good news! Of course, how can I forget? Someone mentioned this a bit earlier. Mr. Green mentioned it. He was very rude last week. In case you haven't noticed, keep an eye out for poor Green. Very naughty man. So yesterday, we, not just me, we passed the 28,000 subscribers mark right here on YouTube, which pretty much on schedule in terms of my goals, I must say. So it was quite nice. So thank you so much to any of you there now who have subscribed, and if you haven't, why not get subscribing? It is mucho apreciado as always, and pretty much amazeballs, I would suggest. So truly very pleased about that, and I'm still hoping to get to 30k by the end of July, just before I start my new life, so to speak. Or is it similar to the one I've currently got, but less? Who knows? It would be great to get to 30,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you know somebody who doesn't mind a little bit of cheekiness, a bit of innuendo, maybe you could encourage them to subscribe as well. I would appreciate that very much. So thank you. Give me a recommendation to the ones you love, or maybe even the ones you hate. I don't discriminate. I hate everyone. Thank you. It's awesome of you. And before we go any further, please do give this live a cheeky little like or thumbs up. I think I don't know where your thumbs up are. Mine's just about there, my thumbs up. I like to get to 300 thumbs up during a live. It makes me feel warm and centered. You know that's true, don't you? Don't forget, we can follow each other and have a good old peep at each other's pictures on FaceAche. So you can just search Jamie W. Robbins, W for William, don't forget. I'm very regal like that. Now, somebody last week said they didn't quite understand how to add me because they thought I have like a business kind of cruise travel account on Facebook. I don't. It's just me, my normal one. So you'll get all of me whinging, me drunkard kind of posts, and all me travel posts with thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures, which I'm sure you can't wait for. Thank you, Jesus, indeed. Thank you so much for that. I'm also on X, Threads, and Instagram at TravelBlogJamie. Come on over to those. It's just like Facebook, only fewer words, fewer pictures. What can I say? I'm not really selling that, am I? It doesn't sound very exciting. Don't forget, you can get your personalized video messages from me on cameo.com/. Ash Travel Blog Jamie, which is always fun. I've done all sorts of reveals for people out there. Hopefully they've all worked. I'm still waiting to hear from one couple if they actually did tie the knot. I was supposed to be like saying, will you marry him? And no one's let me know if they're going to get married. So it would be very, very embarrassing if I didn't do a good enough job. And she's like, I'm not marrying you. I'm not going anywhere near you. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? And of course, I'm on patreon.com/ Ash Travel Blog Jamie as well, which is where you'll find my behind the scenes vlogs. We've got Patreon only lives, Zoom calls, one-to-one Zoom calls, 70 odd postcards that I wrote out on me travels. They go out every month as well. Personalized video messages, all that jazz. Oh, and a meetup in Southampton, the next one being in November. So look, there's loads of stuff going on there. Come on over to the dark side. Any of those dark sides would do well. Right, now we're going to start with our first item of the evening. Hashtag I know him so well. And this one is tricky. You have been warned. There's about 10 questions in one here. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? People have got news. People are rolling on to cruises. All exciting. So ready? You might need to make a note of this. So it might seem a bit obscure, but what were my 3 A levels that I took? What grades did I achieve? Second one. What university did I attend? And what did I study there? So there's 4 questions. I'll say that again, shall I? So what 3 A levels did I study? What grades did I achieve? Oh, I'm so sorry. Which university did I attend? And what did I study there? 4 questions. Who's going to manage that? Now you see there's nothing yet. Also, can I just ask you, in case you know this, the first person to get all 4 correct, what do they win? What do they win? Oh gosh, if only Matthew were listening to this, he could bring me another cheeky vodka. I forgot the bottle, didn't I? Thank you, Chris. You win a lifetime of prestige. Oh, we've got a range of answers coming through now. Look at that. You're finding this one difficult, and that makes me happy. No one's got all 4 right yet, although between you, you've got a few correct. Yeah, you're all now cheating like with the lifetime of prestige, and that's just because you can't answer the hard questions. I'm absolutely certain of that. I'm absolutely certain. But whilst you're thinking about that, we're going to now move to on someone's telly somewhere. Hashtag on someone's telly somewhere. And for those of you who don't know this item, it basically came about when I wore this very T-shirt a long time ago when I started doing these lives. Sorry, just moving around a little bit. And the University of Life. And as I said, someone basically took a screenshot of me and they colored this in. They actually colored in somehow with some kind of techno wizardry thing that I just don't simply understand. I absolutely don't. And it was amazing. So what I do now is I bring a prop or two and I kind of strike a pose for a few seconds, and you can get your pictures, your screenshots, whatever, and then you splatter me all over the internet, tagging me. So are you ready for tonight? So I thought I'd go kind of cartoony since I've got this top on, and I know some of you like to color me in, and I've got my little cartoon eyes, and let me just check that that fits. I think it does. Ready? 3, 2, 1. That's your lot.com. You wouldn't believe I store all of these down here, and if anybody sort of popped in and didn't know about all of this and just started sort of rifling through me bits and bobs, odds and sods, nick and brack, brick and brack, they think, what the hell's down there? I've got that one cheek, two cheek thing as well, which is quite funny. Oh, congratulations to Chrissy and partner Chris, who have found out they are pregnant. And when I say they are, it's a global they, I'm presuming not both of them at the same time. Although you never know, do you, in this life? You absolutely don't. Thank you. Thank you very much. Looking lovely, apparently. Right, okay. Before we do the answers for I Know Him So Well, I want to talk bucket list trip for January. I have finally booked something, and I only did it a couple of days ago, so I've not been like hiding it from you or anything. I just thought it would make sense to wait a day or two and reveal here. So this is the first in the bag for 2025. I think it's the 26th, or is it the 28th? 26th of January, I think I'll be going solo. Matthew cannot take this much time off. I know, hashtag poor Matthew, just before anyone says it. So I am going to be flying with Virgin Atlantic to San Francisco in the US of A. I have been to San Fran before, but only a day. And I'm going to be staying there for 2 nights and doing all sorts, of course. And then I am going to be joining Princess Cruises Ruby Princess for a drum roll, a 16 night cruise from San Francisco to Hawaii and then Mexico. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm so excited about this. I have always wanted to go to Hawaii. Now then, this one, and I'm going to get some words muddled up here. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. So I'm going to go to Maui. I think that's right, isn't it? Maui, followed by Kauai, followed by Honolulu, followed by Hilo. I think that's how you say it. So one thing I love about this cruise is the fact that I'm going to go to multiple islands there. And then on to Ensenada in Mexico, which I have visited before. Actually, I did an amazing wine tasting in the desert there, which was right up my street, actually. It was very nice. Now then, from San Francisco to the first Hawaiian island, it's 4 sea days to get there, which is 2,340 miles, roughly. I don't know what that is in nautical miles. Maybe someone can work that out. Which is the equivalent of about a 6-hour flight from San Francisco to that island. And then when I have finished sailing Hawaii, it's 5 sea days to Mexico, 2,548 miles, so a little bit further. A day in Ensenada, and then another sea day from Mexico back to San Francisco. So you can probably tell from my face that I'm very excited about this. Now, this was an interesting trip because I have been searching for land-based in Hawaii, and wow, how expensive to do that, including flights. It's actually, that would have come to more than double what I'm paying for the way I'm doing it. So the return flights from London to San Francisco and back, £570, like a bargain to go that far. And the cruise itself, I won't share with you just how much it is just yet. I will do that later, but actually was very reasonable. And I always think if you can get a cruise for less than £100 per night, then you're doing a blimming good job. And yes, it's less than £100 per night for me as a solo passenger. So I am very happy about that. So in all, I think it's a good bargain, especially as it's also 18 nights, 19 if you include the flight home as well. Yes, some people say it's a long time about Matthew. Okay, we've done that before. We've been away from each other for 3 weeks before, so it's going to be doable. I promise you. Okay, I really do. I was hoping you were going to say, "I'm really pleased for you. That sounds amazing. How fantastic that you're going to get to do something you've always wanted to do." That's what I was hoping you were going to say. I can't say it was something that necessarily struck a chord with Matthew anyway, so it makes sense for me to be doing that. Oh, Devon Detcher, thank you for acting shocked and surprised. I do appreciate that very much. You'll notice from the start when I said it's a solo trip in case any, and then I held up the Paul Matthews sign. What some of you weren't listening. I really don't think you were. So I'm super excited about it. The good thing about all those C days is that I'll be able to edit on the go as well, so that people don't have to wait too long. Want to get back and I want to upload everything. It should be a seamless transition. So very exciting. And yeah, I'm going to do a vlog in San Francisco. I haven't booked my hotel yet in San Francisco. There are a few that I know of that I like the look of. I booked direct, Jackie. I booked with, as I said, Virgin Atlantic. I booked my flights with them, and then I booked the cruise with Princess. That's it. I don't, as you know, I don't use TAs, and it was just a very, very good deal. So sometimes getting your own flights actually works out really well. It really does. So that's my news. I'm very excited about that. It's not even that far off, really, is it? January, let's be honest with you. So I hope you enjoy that series of vlogs kicking off 2025, and I hope that I have an amazing time as well. Okay, just checking in. Any trips booked? No, Lee, I've literally just booked it 2 days ago. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. I've been doing some research, and you know me, I will take my time with these things. I'm not going to rush into trips and so on. I don't necessarily want to book with Princess either. Bless them, I love them, but their trips are very expensive, so I'd probably go with Get Your Guide or something like that. Thank you for your shocked faces, some of you. I think you're pulling it off beautifully. I really, really do. Okay, so as I said earlier, that's the 26th, I think, of January. That cruise is around the 28th of January. Right, let's get back to I Know Him So Well. And I don't know that anyone got all of them right, but I think you did a blimmin' good job between you. It's the first time you have been stumped, I think. So the first question I asked was, what were my 3 A-levels? So I studied French, Spanish, and psychology. Some of you put economics. No, psychology. And my grades, I got a grade C for French, a grade B for Spanish. I got a grade A for psychology. It was my best subject, believe it or not. So I don't know that many of you know that that's what I studied. I then went on to Bradford University, which some of you got right, where I studied my BA honours in French and Spanish. There you go. So I think between you, you did a blimmin' bang up job there, folks. So well done to you. Okay, I'm ahead of schedule today, which I like. Can I please just ask if you wouldn't mind being so boldly kind to give this a cheeky little thumbs up? We are nearly halfway there and nearly halfway to the 300 mark. It would be mucho apreciado, not to mention there's double the number of you in the room as there are thumbs up. Maybe you're just not liking this. Maybe you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. I want to watch so-and-so instead, in which case, fair point, fair enough. Right, it's that time of the evening where I'm going to hand over to you. And as always, I ask, just to make sure things are super, super clear, that if you've got a question, you type the word question, first of all, in capitals if you can. And if you have any shout outs, just type shout out, type your message, and I'm with you. I'm going to try, you know, every week, don't you, that like there are so many that come through at once. I literally cannot sort of keep up with the cursor, the scrolling. I really hope that doesn't happen tonight. Right, so I'm taking questions from now. Let's have a look. The last few comments are about, oh, when you're going on the cruise. I've mentioned that already. Chuff for me. Question. What about Monday Night Lives? So I tend to not do Monday Night Lives when I'm traveling, if I'm honest with you. I think it's nice for you to have a break as well. So I'll be here next Monday, by the way. And after that, I've got my Queen Mary 2 transatlantic. So let's see what the quality of Wi-Fi is like as well. I've had my fingers burned with that before, as you know, and it stresses me out. And I hate wasting your time. I really can't bear wasting all of your time. So sometimes I'd rather just not do it. I've seen so many other cruise vloggers regularly cancelling their lives because the Wi-Fi is so poor, and they don't know that until they actually arrive at their destination. So sometimes I'd rather just scrap it all together and say, have a couple of weeks off, my loves, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for that flurry of thumbs up, by the way. Nearly at 200. That's very kind of you. Jessica is rewatching my Avia vlogs, ready to go in 5 weeks. Yay! Love a bit of Avia. I'm presuming you're going to be Mediterranean, so I hope that goes well for you. Question: did I find the Porter Venture? Oh, the theme park expensive? No, Jackie, I don't know if you watched that vlog, but you might remember me saying we stayed at one of the Portaventura hotels, and therefore what you get included with that is you get your accommodation, you get your breakfast, you get park access as well for the duration. So we stayed for 2 nights, and obviously that spans 3 days. So we had 3-day park tickets as well, come and go as you please. Plus they throw in Ferrari Land tickets as well, all for 240 euros. I mean, I think that's amazing. The number of people saying, "Oh, you should be going to Orlando, Universal Orlando," blah blah. I'm like, I've been there loads of times, thank you, but you cannot get accommodation for 2 nights plus all of that almost anywhere for 240 euros. You can't even get that in like Thorpe Park and Alton Towers in the UK. So it's amazing. So I didn't buy tickets, individual tickets. Expensive in the park for food, yeah, but like I said in the vlog, we tended to eat out more. I wouldn't recommend it eating in Portaventura at the moment. They don't have all their restaurants open either. It kind of feels like it's still very understaffed there since you know what happened. We've got thumbs up in the chat. Thank you very much, but please do put them over there. 199. I want to cut to 200. There you go. Perfect. Only 100 left. We are 2/3 of the way there. Leanne, question: what would be your dream European itinerary? Maximum of 5 ports. I don't think I've got one. I think I've pretty much done a lot of them. I suppose that a couple of years ago, I would have definitely had Venice on there, but obviously that can't happen anymore in the same way. The sail in and out of Venice was just stunning. Kotor as well is a stunning sailing without a shadow of doubt. What else for European ports? I can't really beat the Adriatic, can you? And Greek islands as well. I'm looking forward to sailing into Istanbul next month. Yay! Morella, Discovery. I do like the sail into Lisbon as well. And like most Norwegian ports, like Olden, for example, and Flam, they're just stunning. But I think I've done so many of them. I don't think of them as let's do me top 5 necessarily. I love traveling everywhere, don't I? Even places some of you say, "Oh, I'm not getting off the ship there." You know I'm going to get off, don't you? And explore. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Sam says, Riley said the exam was good. Oh, that is good to hear. Excellent. This Spanish GCSE today, folks. That would be fab, fab, fab. Jessica, question. I'm going on the Avia Med Cruise in a few weeks, going to Barcelona, Alicante, Cartagena, Cadiz. But is there anything I definitely need to see or visit? You need to watch my vlogs because I've been to all of those places over the course of the year. I have vlogged about every single one in detail, what to do, what not to do, how to get a good deal, how to do things independently. If I could just mention Barcelona as one of the places we went more recently via cruise, you might be aware that Matthew and I took the old port cable car. We went up to Montjuic, all the gardens and the castle area up there. We walked back into the town. We went to the Sagrada Familia via some lovely promenades for some food, and we started walking all the way back through town. Casa Batlló, the Gaudi house is just stunning. Did the Ramblas, etc. Had some more tapas. Did the port area. I don't know if you've seen that, but I really recommend you watch them. I'm not going to take every port in order, in turn, because it will take forever. But I've vlogged about all of those. Cadiz and Cartagena, Cartagena and Alicante, I did on Britannia. But I think some of you who have been saying to me, please, can you go on Britannia? Don't realize I've been on Britannia about 3 times. Very nice ship indeed. So I've got vlogs on that already. Vicky, how is Mafu and the fur babies? Mafu is fine. He's been working hard today, of course. I made him dinner. I made him what I call a school dinner. Use of air fryer, use of microwave, that kind of dinner. But he really liked it. So that's go me. I think some of you know, during the lockdowns, I actually made videos of me making food with all the ingredients and measurements and stuff. I do love cooking, but every now and then I do a school dinner, which I think he quite likes, actually. Might as well not waste my time spending hours cooking other stuff, just do school dinners for him. So he's fine. The fur babies. Our last remaining girl is definitely quite saddened and lonely, but we are giving her as much TLC and attention as possible. Fortunately, out of the 4 girls, she was always the most independent, actually, and that's probably just as well now that she's the last remaining. So she needs a bit more attention. The boys, the Dumbo ears, who I refer to as rabbits because they're literally the size of rabbits, are gorgeous still. They love us, they do. So yes, it's weird having 3 now, down from 10 to 3. Deborah, what trips booked between now and January? Oh, could you please check on my Facebook account or Instagram? I always post the schedule every couple of weeks to remind people. There's 18, so I'm not going to be able to talk you through all of them, but some of the highlights. In 2 weeks, I'm doing the transatlantic on Queen Mary 2 to New York and staying in New York. I've then got a Morella Discovery cruise. It's the Ottoman Discovery or something. So taken in different ports in Turkey and Greece. Oh, and including Istanbul in Turkey, which I'm very excited about. I'm doing a British Isles cruise this summer with Princess. I'm doing a In Search of the Northern Lights cruise in September. We've got a river cruise down the Rhine over Christmas. I've got a Mediterranean cruise on Queen Anne. I've got a shorter Rotterdam cruise on Queen Anne. We've got our kind of group cruise on Piano Aurora towards the end of, I think it's the 23rd of August. We're going on Virgin Voyages as well to Amsterdam, etc. But if you want to see the schedule and when we're doing all of those, because I've got all the dates on them as well, then it's on Facebook and it's on Instagram as well. All right. Chloe X Not, that preppy. Wow. That's serious, isn't it? Shout out. Say hi, Chloe Jones. Oh, no, please. Well, I shan't then. Hi, Chloe Jones. Trident Party Trio. Hi, Jamie. Starting at the Grapes. Oh, the Grapes. One of the better value accommodation in Southampton. Staying in Southampton on Saturday from your recommendation in your vlog. What is your preferred breakfast near there? Oh, right opposite the White Star. It's literally opposite the White Star. It's a very nice place to stay, but they've got a nice bar and they do very nice food downstairs as well. That's the nearest, and that's the one I absolutely would recommend. So you don't have to walk in too far or take in taxis. So there you go. That's my preferred breakfast near the Grapes in Southampton, the White Star. Enjoy. Let me know how you get on. Lee, best Southern Caribbean other than P&O. Do you mean best cruise line other than P&O? I'm not sure if I understand the question. I don't think there's a best cruise line when it comes to going to certain parts of the world. I really don't. I know in the Caribbean, you've got all sorts of choice, haven't you? You've got multiple cruise lines. Princess do them, Royal Caribbean do them, NCL do them, Carnival, etc. Cunard do them. Cunard do transatlantics down to the Caribbean and then back as well, which is quite awesome. So people who know me will say I don't really have preferred or best anything necessarily. I think for the Caribbean, MSC, of course, MSC. Choose a cruise line or a cruise ship where there's lots of outdoor space is the best advice I always give if you're in the Caribbean. You want lots of outdoor space, in my humble opinion, but I don't think it's a best necessarily. Natasha, favorite food. Which country have you been to that has the best food? Again, I don't think I have a best at all. One of our preferred cuisines, as many of you will know, is Southern Indian food. We eat a lot of that at home and not bettered in many places yet. But it depends, like when we go to Spain, there are certain dishes we love having. When we go to Italy, there are certain dishes we love having as well. I don't know. I've been to China and I enjoyed having some of the Chinese food there. I like lots of food. In Mexico, my God, some of the traditional Mexican cuisine is just incredible. I don't have a best. I really don't. Most of you will know I'm not a fish eater and I don't eat a huge amount of meat, but I'll try most dishes, having said that. Jackie, I did, and my 6-year-old grandson loved it. Okay, that's fabulous to hear. Oh, look, we're only 80 thumbs up away from the 300 mark. That's actually going quite well. Well done, everybody. Very nice. Christine says that they've booked a Rhine Main 2-week river cruise next September on Isla after seeing the Skylar River Cruise. You are very welcome. I hope you enjoy that. We'll be back on 2 river cruises over Christmas on the Rhine. Looking forward to that. Charlotte, no, I've never done a cruise from Australia. The furthest I've now traveled is Bali, as some of you will know from March. My goodness. If I had to rewatch any of my vlogs, and I don't actually watch them all, to be honest with you, sometimes I'm editing them and I don't see the final product. I don't see it on the TV. But the Bali one is one that I have watched on the screen, the big screen, and one that I would watch again. So I'm not ruling out Australia or cruising from Australia at all, but that needs a lot more money and more time, which I'll have, but of course Matthew won't have that as well. So we'll see. Question, can you sing happy birthday to your favorite student, Riley? Cumpleaños feliz. That'll do, won't it? Happy birthday on an exam day as well. Wowzers. Chloe, I did just shout out, my darling. Okay, hope that was all right for you. I love the fact you said please at the end now. Because you can it's like teacher, isn't it? You've got to say please and thank you. It's really important. It's really important to me. Pam, question. Hi, Jamie. Not really a travel question. That's all right, my darling. I hope. I should have read ahead before I said that. Just wondered if you could advise on the best app to create a video using photos and video clips. Android. I use iMovie on my phone. I've had iPhones for years, and most of you know I just do. I film on here, I take my pictures on here, the music's on here, I do my thumbnails on here, I do all the editing on iMovie. It is just so simple, and it means I can do it on the go as well. So when I'm traveling, I don't know, long flights or train journeys or whatever, it's all done on my phone, everything, and then my voiceovers as well, and then it's uploaded onto YouTube from my phone as well. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the easiest things out there. It's effective enough. I don't want lots of equipment. I don't want to be transferring video clips anywhere. I don't want to be carrying computers, laptops around with me on my travels or wait until I get home. I don't want any of that. It's all about being efficient and getting the vlogs out to you as soon as I can after I've actually traveled, experienced wherever I've been, rather than waiting weeks or months, which kind of loses its currency, and things change so quickly as well, don't they? So I'd rather do things quickly and keep it up to date. I'm not sure that really helps you because I just use iPhones. Sorry. Helena, shout out. It's my anniversary today. Been married for 6 years. Well, first of all, congratulations. I just read ahead and seen the next bit. Congratulations on your 6-year anniversary. Sadly in hospital, but we'll celebrate with hubby when I'm out. Well, whatever's happening, I hope you're okay. I hope you make a very speedy recovery. And happy 6 years. Here's to many, 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 many more. Lee, do you know what cruise lines do the transatlantic crossing? Well, most cruise lines do transatlantics actually for repositioning cruises, but the one that probably does it most often is Cunard and Queen Mary too, between Southampton and New York, often, very often. Fiona, has anyone looked at or used vacations to go? Not me. You know that's probably the last thing I would do. I'm not suggesting it's not good or anything, but I'm too much of a control freak. Do everything myself. Anybody use them? Any thoughts, opinions, questions? Get posting. David Green. Oh my goodness, we only need 61 more thumbs up. Doing a good job. Doing a very good job. David, question. What do you think of the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas? I don't know if you've seen my vlogs on Indie. Have you seen them? Have you? We like Independence of the Seas. The thing I would say is if you're coming from some of the more traditional cruise lines or ships, it will feel very different on many levels. So if you fall into that category, go with an open mind and just go and try and enjoy yourselves. Okay. I like it. It feels different. There's a different vibe about it. And I think that's great. I don't always want the same cruise experiences when I travel. So I like Independence of the Seas. I do. People are saying get well soon to, should I say Helena or Elena? I'm sorry. Should I say the H? Should I not? If my students would be like, don't say the H in Spanish. Oh, Ben, if you could tell us when can only try one ship. I can't tell you one ship to try. There's hundreds out there, and I don't have one ship I would try. And what do you like? There are so many variables there, Ben. So, oh my God, look, I'm flashing my tattoo. Sorry. Ooh. It's not new. I've had it for years. There's so many variables there, Ben. For example, are you going as a family? Is it adults only? Is it solo? What's your budget? Where do you want to sail from? What's your itinerary? What kind of things do you like most? Are you a foodie? Are you more into your boozing? Do you like lots of live shows? Do you like, I don't know, stargazing? What do you like? I don't know. You're going to have to give me more to go on. Sorry. I'm not being sassy, by the way, folks, before you're like, I'm not. I'm just being honest, okay? Need to know all of those answers, don't you, before you can advise someone well. Otherwise, they'll say Disney Magic, and you'll be like, well, I'm not good on that one. By the way, I love Disney Magic. It's my favorite Disney ship. Cool pasty. Oh, I do like a pasty. Question, MSC or P&O for fjords? MSC seems more party boat. True. So thinking as a family trip, P&O might be better. Is that right? Probably, yeah. If it's MSC and you're taking family, so I'm presuming it'll be during the holidays, and it's probably therefore going to be Virtuosa. I would describe Virtuosa as being quite a party ship. If it's P&O, you're probably thinking of Iona or Britannia, neither of which I would personally describe as party ships, although Iona has got a very nice, I think, lively feel to the ship, definitely, and a good range of, there's a nice range of people on board as well, from like younger people, families, all the way through. It's, I think, a nice blend. So I would probably agree that if it's Virtuosa, that's more of a party ship. But, Virtuosa also has some lots of outdoor spaces as well, which is great for the fjords. Having said that, P&O Iona, all those beautiful glass panels. So even when you're indoors, you can see out. I mean, it was built for that sort of travel, wasn't it? Tony, question. Now thinking about our next cruise, have you visited Istanbul by cruise ship? I think, Tony, you've missed the beginning because I've mentioned I'm going to Istanbul for the first time next month. So that answers your two questions. So no, I don't have any tips for you until I've been next month. Anita, recommendation for food in Times Square. Oh, you're giving me one. Thank you. I'm not so keen on barbecue, by the way. And in fact, there's an amazing Italian that Matthew and I researched and found. It's to the south of Central Park. It was the best pizza we've ever had anywhere on the planet. Sorry, Italy. Sorry, you were very good as well. One pizza in particular in Italy was just superb. Matthew burnt his gums and lip on that pizza. It was so hot. Don't know why I remember that. I'm telling you, that was in Civitavecchia. It was Ghetto Pizzeria, just superb. They do like 3 types of pizza, and that's it. And my goodness me, they're amazing. But I'm actually heading to. I'm not so keen on barbecue. I don't know if I've ever told people that. I'm not. So I'm meeting up with one of my patrons actually when I'm in New York, and I'm taking her to my favorite Italian. She actually saw some pictures of it, and it was in my vlog, and she said, "Okay, yeah, that looks really good." So I'm like, "Yes, we're going to do that." But thank you for the recommendation. If anybody else likes barbecue, there you go. You've got a great recommendation from Anita. Daisy says Valletta is a stunning port. Yes, it is. I'm not sure if that's to me or somebody else. Yes, we've been to Valletta. Cruising with Molly is suggesting P&O. I'm wondering if that's about the Fjords cruise. Helena is thanking Jackie for Jackie's kindness. And here we go. Technological. Hi, TBJ. We are, sorry, that made me laugh then. It's the last 2 letters. I know I'm a child. We are traveling to Norway from Saturday. We have a short excursion booked for Olden. Oh, you're going to the glacier. Okay. Any tips? Yeah, you need to watch my vlog because I've been to all of those places apart from Haugesund, which was cancelled. And I vlogged all of our trips and the ones that we did independently and saved a fortune on. For example, in Olden, we did the Lowen Sky Lift, but I'm assuming you're going to the glacier from there. But the Lowen Sky Lift, from my personal opinion, is the best thing you can do in Olden. Better than anything. In Alisund, walk up those hundreds billion stairs, get fantastic views. Alisund is a walky place. It's all very accessible. It's beautiful. Stavanger, you might have seen my vlog. We independently booked on the Rodney cruise, Fjords cruise excursion. They leave like every hour or something. I think it was like a 3-hour trip. It takes you up to the fjords, waterfalls, goats, up to Pulpit Rock. You don't obviously go up it. You're actually at river level there, and that was great. And it was also half the price of what P&O were selling it for. So there you go. I think you need to watch the Fjords vlogs on P&O. Donna, no, haven't done a Northern Lights cruise. That's what I said at the start of this, is that I'm going on a In Search of Northern Lights cruise with Princess this September. It's a 2-weeker, and it's going high up north. And I'm looking forward to it very, very much. Caroline, would you consider doing Spanish lessons on YouTube? Already did that, Caroline. You just need to search the Spanish channel. So youtube.com/the Spanish channel. Let me put this in here. youtube.com/the Spanish channel. Let's see if that works for you all. And lo and behold, you'll find many lessons there that I recorded myself. But I'm going to do some tutoring next year, but obviously that's paid. The YouTube lessons that I did are obviously free of charge. Okay. Jackie said Jamie covers all those places. Thank you, Jackie. Jamie does cover all the. I'm sorry, it's getting a bit boring now, isn't it? You're asking me questions like, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. Have you watched the vlogs? Done all that. And I always forget though. Some of you have just recently got on board with Team Travel Blog Jamie, so I mustn't make assumptions that you will have seen all of these or anything. But you know what you can do though? I mean, obviously, always ask the question, but always on YouTube, just type in travel blog Jamie and then the name of the area you're cruising to, or even just some of the ports. And I imagine a lot of them will appear. In fact, if you put travel blog Jamie in the search, I imagine it will come up with things like travel blog Jamie Salou, Orlando, Universal, Disney, Fjords, Iona. I haven't tried it. I should try it, but I imagine that's what. Can someone try that for me, please? What happens when you type in my name, or does your computer like explode? You know, it might do, mightn't it? Oh my goodness, just 41 thumbs up left. I am loving this. Thank you. Okay. Tony says, I think you just answered my maybe there's a bit of a lag here, Tony. I think that's what it is, isn't it? Especially when I'm scrolling my way through all of your comments and questions as well. Jackie says, be careful of pickpockets in Barcelona. I mean, I say be careful. I've never had a problem. I lived in Spain, never had a problem. But I think you have to be aware of pickpockets everywhere. I think the Ramblas in particular in Barcelona is just so busy. That's where perhaps you'll find most pickpockets, and you need to be very careful. Some people on the Facebook groups who said they were robbed on the Ramblas. I can write a book about that, or maybe a song. You never know. Robbed on the Ramblas. Robbed on the Ramblas. I don't know. I'll stop right there. And then they were saying, yeah, they stole my passport. They stole 100 euros. They stole my phone. They stole my jewelry. I'm like, why are you carrying all that around with you? Like, keep it on you. Come on now. Weird. Not so weird. Holiday Heb. Have you done an Asia cruise? No, I've been to Asia several times, but I've not done it cruising. I've done it land-based. I am very tempted. I've got to say, I think it's a great way. But you know what I'd much rather do? I'd rather spend a week in Thailand. I found an amazing, by the way, I should be saying this because I haven't booked it. I found an amazing guided tour through Vietnam for, I can't remember how long it was like 16 days or something. I just feel that those are the kind of areas I really want to explore in depth. Someone was sharing with me that I think it was a Viking cruise. They went to Bali and they were there for a day. And I remember thinking, I spent a week in Bali and it still wasn't enough. I can't imagine going there for a day. I just can't. So there are just some places in the world I want to go and I want to stay. And Asia is definitely one of them. But it is tempting. You're absolutely right, Holiday Hev. Absolutely. Right, I reckon I'm going to scroll and miss loads of people's comments now. I'm going to try not to. Oh, no, they'll go. Oh, they go. Oh, God. Quick. We've got people saying Scarlet Ladies. We've got overnighters in Ibiza. Oh, Scarlet Ladies in Ibiza. What's going on? Virgin Voyages, Barcelona, Queen Victoria, Devonshire, hash browns, fried eggs with beans, definitely a school dinner night. Yes. Gosh, I had 10. Oh, my goodness, 10 what? I need to scroll. Aha, I think I've got it. Right. So Jessica says, I'll carry on watching through your vlogs. Sorry, Jessica. Yeah, honestly, I think I've got about 440 now. So they kind of cover a lot of bases as well. Okay. Someone's mum was targeted by pickpockets. I don't doubt it as well. You have to keep your wits about you. I've never experienced it. And I mean, I've taken 40 school children a year over a 10-year period there, and I've never experienced anything. So just keep your wits about you and be careful what you're carrying and where you're carrying it, of course. But then I'm like that when I go to London. I lived in London 15 years. I was always very conscious when I was walking anywhere in London, always. Daisy says, I saw that it was Avia, I think, the Barcelona cable car. Yes, very true. We did a 2-week med cruise on Avia. We absolutely did that. But also when we were on Morella, was it Explorer? I can't remember now. Or was it Voyager? It might have been Voyager. I think it was Voyager. We had 2 days in Barcelona. That was end of October. So that'll be the most recent. If you want to just search for Travelodge Jamie Morella Voyager, and then I've got a whole segment sequence on Barcelona there, but different from the Avia one. You're right, when we did those fabulous cable cars. Absolutely. John says you nicked it from school. What was nicked from school, John? Oh my gosh, I feel like I've lost the plot. Devon Deckchair enjoyed a school dinner night. Fantastic. I had 10, says Jackie. 10 what? Sounds greedy, whatever that is. Only 24 thumbs up to go. Doing really well tonight. This is really good. Lee said, as we said from Barcelona and Queen Victoria in August, lots of Adriatic. So excited. Yeah, that's like a classic med cruise with so many beautiful ports. And normally in those areas, they're all pretty accessible as well from the port, from the ship, which is another thing to love about that part of the world, isn't it? Adrian, this is an interesting question from Adrian. Have you ever considered going on a celestial cruise? Well, I was looking at some today, actually, Adrian, and I do like the look of them. I like the fact that I think quite a few of them start in Athens, don't they? And the package is kind of like you get 2 nights in Athens, and then you have a 5 or 6 night cruise. It does appeal to me. It does. The ships look very quirky, shall we say. I'm good with quirky. I don't mind a bit of quirkorama, I've got to say. So yes is the answer. Absolutely have considered that. Deborah says, thank you, didn't realize, we'll check it out. So many, goodness, sorry. No, you don't have to be sorry at all. I'm not trying to be sassy or nothing, my love, Deborah. And I don't want to become that person who always says, have you watched me vlogs? But I've become that person, haven't I? I'm kind of eventually getting a vlog for everything, aren't I? And then redo it all again. Mandy, question, do you ever think I've got to go on another cruise, or does it ever get old for you? Never does for us. Yes, it has a couple times. I've got to be honest with you. So when that happens, this is normally the scenario. I've been, if I've been really busy, if I've not been home very much, if there are things going on in, your sick pets and all that kind of thing, there have been a couple of occasions where I nearly didn't go, and I nearly cancelled because I felt overwhelmed with everything. Everyone gets like that at some point, don't they? It's just, I think most people go away to stop feeling overwhelmed. But for me, it felt like I was going to become more overwhelmed by going on the trip and doing all the vlogging, especially if it's a solo one. Because Matthew and I had less than good cruise a little bit earlier this year, we weren't really looking forward to the follow-up one on the same cruise line very much. And as it happened, it was very mixed as well. So I think increasingly so, because I'm planning what I'm going to film, when I'm going to film it, making sure that I've got good coverage for everyone. You can't please everyone, I know that, but there are times when I'm like, oh gosh, there's not much entertainment. I haven't got to see much entertainment in this video. People won't be very happy about that. You know that I'm not a big fan of going to shows and what have you on some of the ships. So I always book those kind of things in as well. And there are times, honestly, I don't want to do them. I'd rather not. And I do them because you want to see the whole range, So yeah, there are times when I've not wanted to go on a couple trips. It's true. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? And it's not me being ungrateful or anything, but as I said, sometimes when lots of things are happening in your life at the same time, it's very hard to go from trip to trip to trip to school, trip, kind of like get everything done. Does that make sense? I hope it doesn't sound ungrateful, because that's absolutely not how I feel about it at all. But there are times when it's felt overwhelming, yeah, definitely. And you will have probably seen that on camera. There are times, aren't there? You might know this, when I've actually said on camera, this is happening at the moment and I'm struggling. And I'm just telling you now, in case, I don't know, you think I'm looking down or miserable or I'm not lively or, all those kind of things. I probably shouldn't care about that, should I? But I do, because I want to make sure you have good vlogs to watch. Otherwise, no point doing it. Okay, that was a long answer, I know, but it was making me really think and reflect. So I would say, Mandy, that's a very bloody good question. I like it when you ask me questions that really make me dig deep. So thank you for that one. And I'm sorry for going on. Robert, going on Virgin Voyages, Scott Lady from Barcelona next Saturday. Can't wait. Love Virgin Voyages. I've been on Scarlet Lady, and Matthew and I are on Resilient Lady in September. Very excited about that. Oh, I accidentally booked that trip when I was supposed to go on a press event on Sun Princess. But I think a day's event or an actual cruise, definitely. Chris is going on Britannia August 16th, and you'll love it. Chris, you've been asking me repeatedly today about going on Britannia. The answer is no. I'm not going on Britannia anytime soon because I've been on it 3 times, and we're just trying out some different things. Okay, but of course you'll know when I'm going on Britannia. It'll be on the schedule. I promise I will share it. I share them regularly. Holiday Have went on the French Days cruise. I presume that was Virgin Voyages. Anita, school dinner is called a chuck together in our house. Oh, I like that, a chuck together. It was really very chuck together as well. There was no way of making it look pretty. Devon Detcher, question: will you be doing a patron cruise? I think, Mr. Devon Detcher, you should ask that question over on Patreon. See what other people think. If there's enough interest, I will. But you know what will happen? I can guarantee what will happen. I'll choose a date. I'll choose a cruise. And you know what will happen? Can't do that date. Can't you change it to this date? Can't do that cruise. Don't want to do that cruise. Can't you? I know. I can guarantee it. That's what will happen. But why don't you scout out everyone's opinions? I never say never. Okay. Oh, look at this. Rob and Hev are having a nice old chat. Love it. I don't have a best cruise line or itinerary. I just don't. I do have a cruise log that says 6 kind of like fave cruise lines. But since I've made that, I've been on other cruise lines to think, oh, I'd probably add those into the mix. The cruise lines I've had the best cruises on so far would be Virgin Voyages, Cunard, Disney, MSC, but only when I've been in Yacht Club. Which other ones? I said Virgin Voyages, don't I? Fred Olsen. So there's a massive range there. There's a massive range, okay? And I don't have a favorite itinerary. I mean, I can't wait to go to Hawaii. That could well become one of my best itineraries. I don't know. I mentioned earlier the Adriatic being a classic, the fjords, of course. Haven't been to Alaska yet. West Coast US was a fantastic cruise. Caribbean is classic. Sailing into New York was just stunning and made me cry. Of course it did. There's just so many to choose from. 14 more thumbs up, folks, and we've made it. I've got about five-ish minutes left. I am going to keep working my way through your questions. Robert is suggesting him and Hev spend an overnighter in Ibiza, I think. Is that what you're doing? I shouldn't say that. That's naughty of me, isn't it? The other halves are like, what's going on? Lee was thinking MSC, relax, good ports. Well, MSC is very, very good value. Yes, they do have some good ports. Yeah, I would say relaxed, definitely relaxed in terms of everything, in terms of dress code as well. That it is quite relaxed, I would suggest. What else have we got here? What cruise are you most looking forward to, Daniel? Multiple. Again, I don't have a most or best or favorite. I'm not looking forward to one more than others. The one to Hawaii sounds amazing. The North Cape one sounds amazing. British Isles is going to be completely different. The Istanbul, the Turkey and Greece itinerary sounds amazing. The Mediterranean one on Queen Anne, the river cruise over Christmas on the Rhine, they all sound amazing to me. I can't pick a favorite, I'm afraid. No, Prue, I was only thinking about a tattoo design. I still haven't thought of something. Some of you shared some designs with me actually after the live. I want something nautical, and it's going to go here. You might remember when I was in Orlando, I had a henna anchor on my arm, and I kind of liked it. So I haven't decided yet, and I need to decide. And my friend Helen, who's going to be getting a tattoo as well, we were supposed to do it at the same time, and I haven't got back to her yet, so I feel bad. David, going on Sky Princess to Hamburg. Oh, I've been on Sky Princess. I've got the vlogs. Overnighter, what's good to see and do there? I have vlogs on Hamburg. Miniature Wonderland. Oh, they also have free tours. You know these free tours they do. Just do a search online, Hamburg free tours. And it might seem like it's a scam, but it's not. They do a free tour with you. You get your own guides. They take you to all the famous spots, or the spots you didn't really know about. What they ask for, though, is that you tip them at the end, and you tip them according to the quality of the tour you've had. I think someone like Hamburg actually benefits from that kind of tour. I actually did that myself. You can leave the tour as well halfway through if you've had enough, or you've spotted someone you think, I really want to go there. But definitely Miniature Wonderland, definitely down to the river where they've got Fish Fanny, the name of one of the little stores that does beautiful fries and mayo, etc. It is called Fish Fanny. I'm really sorry. That's just what it's called. Don't hate on me for that, okay? But check out those tours as well, okay? Right. Oh, and I forgot Morella. Morella do some really good itineraries. They have quite port-heavy itineraries. Morella have some older ships, but the interiors are generally very nice and well-maintained. The cabins are generally good sizes, but they have very interesting and port-heavy itineraries, which suit some people. Rachel, I think I'm doing all right for questions. Hi, Jamie. Would you ever do a cruise around Japan? Yes, I would actually. Again, if I went to Japan, I would definitely be adding on land-based time either side of the cruise. It's something I have been looking at, researching. I know Royal Caribbean have secured, is it Spectrum of the Seas, I think, around that area. So that's quite an interesting one to look at. I've looked at it. It's interesting. It's a little bit pricey if you do it solo, though. That's my only issue. Jackie is vouching for Independence of the Seas as one of her favorites. People are saying, hello, 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 hello. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Who does that? Who says that? What's the name of that famous person who does that? Can't remember. Question, says John, best drinks. When will you lot learn to stop saying best or favorite? Best drinks generally will depend. I can't have the drinks that many of you like. Because they're too sugary. So I like an espresso martini, but I like mine without any of those mixers, without any sugar. I don't have vodka, vanilla vodka, that kind of stuff. I have it as bitter as possible. The other thing that I have, which is very refreshing and like no sugar, pretty much no sugar, is vodka with soda and fresh lime wedges, which I give a good squeeze. Very nice drinks. But, you're talking to someone who can't have sugary drinks. So what I like probably is the opposite of what many of you like, to be honest. Jackie says all of them. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable answer. Oh my God, look, there's 302 people still watching at this late stage and 302 thumbs up. That's lovely and symmetrical. Ooh, I love that number. Sorry, I'm just giving my thumbs up and all you people a little scrunchy. I don't have a next cruise on Avia, Oliver. Nothing booked on Avia. We've done Avia a couple times for longer cruises, so we're having a break. I'm having a break. Matthew's definitely having a break from P&O, so we've not booked any P&O at all. We've got one more to see through, which is our kind of group cruise on Aurora. Hev is on Iona next June. Lovely ship, fabulous captain. I hope you get Captain Wesley. Chris, I've already read out your comment about going on Britannia. Hopefully you heard that. Jackie, Jamie is spice, my darling. Am I? What kind of spice though? If Travel Blog Jamie were a spice, which would it be? There you go. That's a difficult question for you. Alan, hi. Personal training. You are very dedicated. Good willpower there, Alan. I must say, good for you. Jackie's saying hit the like button. Thank you, Jackie. We passed 300, so I feel like I'll be able to go to sleep tonight. A happy man. Cool Pasty says, was thinking of Iona in terms of kids, not really an all-night party family. So yeah, I think that will work very well for you in that case. Ian says, congratulations on 28K. Thank you so much. Hopefully 30K by the start of August, the end of July. That would be awesome. Rally some people around. Get some people on board. Get them on Team TBJ, as someone said earlier, which makes me giggle. Sorry. Sarah had school dinner tonight. Pie, chips and peas. Oh, yum. Love a bit of that. Deborah's just back off Iona. Norway, beautiful. Standards have slipped. Meal in Sydney was awful. Long wait, cold food. Oh dear, I would be having my money back for that if that's the case. I have to say, Sindhu has been one restaurant that's been very consistent for us in a good way. So that is a shame to hear that. Oh, it's my comment about the Spanish channel where I actually film Spanish lessons. There you go. People agree a cruise around Japan would be awesome. Heather's waiting for fish and chips. These aren't questions, so I'm going to wrap up in 1.5 minutes. Donna, having a look out for Northern Lights cruise. Yeah, that will be September going into October. Just before you go on yours. Am I planning on taking a coat? Because I'm going very far north on the Norway cruise, asked Tracy. It's a very good question. Tracy, I don't own a coat, my darling. So are you recommending I buy a coat for that cruise? John is looking at the playlist. That's a good idea, John. I have playlists as well on YouTube. That's a very good idea. And I actually don't think about reminding people of that. Caroline says, it's muchas, by the way, Caroline, my darling. Muchas gracias. We will have a look. No problem. I hope you like. Shelley says, John Blackwood and I have just become patrons. Oh my God, that's awesome. Thank you. How cool is that? I'll head on over there after this. Lee says, you're absolutely correct. Everything pops up. When you pop in Travel Blog Jamie, does it really? I'm going to have to do that later. Like people always say, don't type in your own name on the internet. God knows what will come up. But apparently Lee is saying if you type in my name, you get all of the types, I suppose, vlogs that I've done. I'll have to have a look. I'm quite intrigued now. Hev says, did wonder if better to do land-based Asia. I think so, Hev, but I also think do a cruise, but either end of it, perhaps stay land-based or one side of it, you know. I think anyone going that far and seeing those amazing, unique places, you're going to want to go back. So stay somewhere for a little bit longer is my opinion, at the end or at the start. Kaz had a good time on Ventura. I'm running out of time. Oh my God, I'm running out of time. We've got patron talk going on. Going to get a tattoo on Scarlett. Yes. See, Virgin Voyages have got a tattoo parlor now. They're quite pricey is the only thing I'm going to add to that. So be careful and take lots of money. And don't have it done if it's rough seas, okay? Can you imagine? That would be interesting. Although something to remember, of course. Of course, you're not going to forget that one, are you? Hi, Ohio. Gosh, it's been some time since I've been to Ohio. People are talking, I'd be a very hot chili, smoky paprika. Thank you very much for that. Spice madras, a bit spicy, a bit sweet, nice and warm, just perfect. Oh, you just stop. Have you done a river cruise before? Yes, I have. The Danube. It was absolutely fabulous. Just search Travel Blog Jamie, TUI River Cruise, Danube or something like that. It will pop up. And the last thing I'm going to say, I got to the end just about. Hev wants to do a Nile cruise ever since watching Death on the Nile. Don't they die, though? Don't they die on that? What makes you want to do that? Oh. Last question. Michael says, wife and I taking Queen Mary tour on transatlantic next year from New York. Do you think first timers will enjoy it? Don't know. Haven't done transatlantic. Doing one in 2 weeks' time, though. Yes, less than 2 weeks now. Right, that's it. I'm going to cut us off there. I think I got through everyone's. Just to remind you, all the vlogs on Salou are now live and doing very well. And I do say this now and then. I thank you very much for enabling me and supporting me in not just doing cruise trips. It's travel blog Jamie, not cruise blog Jamie. I travel, I do land-based as well. And I love the fact that the Salou video part 1, it's been out nearly a week, doing really well. And I think it's fabulous that you support me doing different things as well. So I hope you have been enjoying the Salou videos. The Queen Anne ship tour is finally out this Wednesday. I hate doing ship tours. I hate filming them. I hate editing them. I hate doing the voiceovers. But don't you worry. I've tried to make it sound like I love it, okay? Let's see if you can work out when I'm not enjoying it. It's a good one, though, and it's a proper walking tour. It's not one of these where you just quickly film venues. And also at the weekend, my finally Universal Cabana Bay resort and room tour will be released as well. So I'm going to see you one last time before my transatlantic next Monday, right here. I'm trying to get a guest speaker, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I've managed it yet. I'm going to keep working on it, okay? Matthew's birthday, by the way, this Saturday. So when I see you next Monday, I'll tell you what we got up to, and I'll be posting about it on Faceit, of course. So thank you, as always, for your support. Thank you for the 315 thumbs up. I hope you have an awesome week, everybody. Whatever you do, have a great time. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, take care of your friends, take care of your pets, take care of random people in the street as well. Why not? Don't forget a stranger danger. Bye for now. Love you all. Take care. Bye.